Hey hunters, here's a quick tutorial on how to use the longsword. So the gauge on the top left below the sharpness meter is called the spirit gauge. This is going to be the main thing you pay attention to as you use this weapon. As you can see right now it's empty, but every little hit we do raises it up. Your basic combos are the Y button and the B button. You can spam Y, you're going to do this series of attacks. You can mix it up with the B button, do a rising slash. And to get out of danger quickly, you can press Y and B. That helps out a lot. A couple other attacks is the foresight slash, but be careful using this on the top left. That meter will go empty if you use it. Another basic combo is you can thrust with B, just hitting it back and forth. You can go in between Y and B just to make your own little combos, but overall they'll be mostly the same. So to raise a spirit gauge, the most basic way to do it is to use your spirit blade attacks, which is RT or R2. Now this last hit, the spirit round slash, as long as you land that one, you will go to the next tier. If you look on the top left, now I have a white aura around my weapon. So there's different ways to raise the gauge faster, so one thing I like to do is if you use the face slash, so Y and B or triangle and circle, and then you start pressing RT, you'll start in the middle of the spirit blade attacks, and that'll get you to the round slash faster. Another way, and this is new to Wilds, if you hold RT, on the top right it's charging, and then you get to the round slash, automatically charge up. Now, if you're charging it, say you get Spirit Blade 3, you'll leave off on that combo, hit RT again, there's the slash. So a great addition to Wilds is once you reach that final tier, the red tier of the Spirit Gauge, your attacks will change, become stronger. So your Y becomes the Crimson Slash. It's basically just a higher damaging overhead slash with more swings in. Now, is there any way to spend this gauge? Yes, there is. There's a couple of ultimate attacks, I'll call them, you can use once you charge this up. One attack you can use once you have at least one gauge up is the Spirit Thrust, which is RT and Y, or R2 and triangle. Another way to quickly fill out the meter is after any swing you use, if you hit RT and A or R2 and X, you can do a sheath. So we'll hit Y, RT and A. The I slash, if you look on the top left, once you land one of those two hits, it doesn't have to be both, it'll start filling up on the left. The Spirit Slash, I'll go over here shortly. So the Spirit Thrust got upgraded, so if you're in the final tier, the red tier, and you use it, go down, land the attack, and hit RT again, you use the Release Slash. Now, this will use 2 gauges. If you just use the normal strike, the slamming down attack, it'll just use 1. But if you hit RT again, use the release slash, it'll use 2 gauges and put you back at white. Alright, let's say you use the Spirit Thrust, you go in the air, the monster moved, and you're gonna miss. We've all been there. Well, now, Wilds is added when you're in the air, if you hit RB, then you'll sheath your weapon, saving your spirit gauge. So, talking more about these sheaths, you have the slash and the Spirit Slash. So the slash is Y. And I already talked about how it'll help your gauge go up faster. If you use the Spirit Slash as you're about to take a hit, it'll nullify the damage and raise your gauge up. Another new function is the wound function in Wilds. So if you're using it with the longsword, if you break their wound, it'll do damage and raise the spirit gauge. Wilds added a lot of new things, and I tried to keep it simple about the longsword in this video. There's probably more tricks that I don't know about. If you know about any that I didn't talk about in the video, leave a comment talking about it. I'd love to read it. I hope this video helped any newcomers. If it did, please consider leaving a like. I'd really appreciate it. Until next time, good hunting, and I hope to see you out there.